Welcome back. We're still discussing current activities on the financial scene, and let's open with recent, very critical comments made by the Emir of Kano regarding Nigeria's approach to the forex situation. You know, basically saying we're going the same way we've been going in a while, and if we're not careful, we will land ourselves in trouble. What's your opinion of that?
I think we need to take what the Emir said in context.
Okay.
He spoke about the current FX situation.
Yes.
The reality is that the government has done exactly what the Emir has always advised. I mean, he advised that we should allow market forces to determine the Naira, which the government has done.
Yes.
It has gone beyond even what the Emir said by not just devaluing, it has floated the Naira. So we have to look at it from there. I guess what he is saying is that the CBN should hands off completely. I mean, that's the idea I get.
Okay.
Rather than have this managed flow thing that they are doing.
Yes.
And so for those who are using his comments as to generate heat, I don't see the point because the government has exactly done what he has always said that they should do.
I know he also complained about the fact that it is too easy for businesses to get forex at bank rates and sell them at the parallel rates. And I think he was also making a case for more controls, perhaps by the central bank on that. But again, explain how that works and how that situation can be fixed.
What the Emir said was that he could sit down in his garden.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah, and make a
phone call and get $10 million
at 197.
Okay.
And I find that very curious because the CBN doesn't sell FX to individuals. It sells FX to banks. It doesn't sell FX to companies, it sells to banks. And then banks sell to companies or to individuals.
Yeah.
And even banks are now made to publish those they sell FX to, so that the level of transparency is much better than we knew. So if the Emir knows those who can sit down in their garden and call the CBN governor and get FX at 197, I think he holds the country a patriotic responsibility to name those people, because we're at the point where we need to call those people and we need to call the CBN and say, why is this happening?
What is going on?
So you should not just make those kind of statements and leave it hanging. I think you should go further and let us know those people, including himself if he's part of it.
If he does have access by virtue of a phone call made in his garden. Very true. Lots of clarity now placed on that. Let's round up this discussion by talking about what has happened now with the CBN and the banks.
Yeah.
What is going to happen to the Naira? Will we rebound? What should we expect?
The issue with the Naira is as simple as demand and supply. When people were quoting the Emir and all that, and that we should relax, liberalize. The question was, what did you expect? We were earning Naira at a certain level, I mean dollars at a certain level.
Yeah.
Now, the quantum of supply we get has reduced by 70%.
Yes.
But the reality is that the demand for the dollar has not reduced at that same, it maintains a steady rate, which is about 1 billion, 1.2 billion per week, when the supply of dollars is very weak. So it's not rocket science here. The point is, what did you expect? The Naira is going to depreciate and find its level when you do a float. So how do we get out of this? It's as simple. We either do two things. We either increase export earnings, that is, increase our earnings of FX to compete, or we reduce imports. That's the only two ways out of it. And I think that the opportunity we have here is to increase local capacity so that we can then use those local products to substitute for foreign consumption, which is what Nigerians find difficult to do.
So still very interesting times
so
ahead.
The Naira will still face some difficult times until we get the message that we have to reduce imports one way or the other, and we also have to diversify the economy and get more export earnings. Those are the two ways. Unless we pray for some miracle that the oil price goes up?
I think that perhaps we should stop focusing so much on miracles and start being realistic about what is happening and what we need to do. I think that our general folding of hands and looking up is part of the reason why, you know, things have gotten to the level they have gotten.
Yeah.
And unless we are actively and aggressively taking action, like you have said, we might be in this situation for a while.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your insight.
Thanks for having
very
me.
Analytical, very clear. And we're looking forward to having you come again another time and explain more of these financial details to us. Guys, we have another really quick break coming up. We'll be right back.